At first glance, Fields of Mistria looks like a dream cozy farming sim, but it's still in early access. So the question is it worth playing now, or should you wait until it hits 1.0? Let's break it down. So, to start things off, let's discuss what the game is about and what it offers right now. Fields of Mistria is a cozy farming and life sim that launched in early access in August 2024. It's set in the village of Mistria, which is still recovering from a recent earthquake. You move there to help the residents restore the town to its former glory. You begin the game by creating your character, and there's a surprisingly good amount of customization right from the get-go. You can choose different hairstyles, outfits, and accessories, and as you play, you'll unlock even more cosmetics. One thing to keep in mind is that color choices are a bit limited. You don't have a color wheel at your disposal. Instead, you can choose from a few color options. If you ever feel like changing things up, you can adjust your appearance at any time from the menu. You can even change your character's name or your farm's name, which is great if you're undecisive. One feature I really like is outfit presets. You can save different looks, for example one for each season, and switch between them with a single click. Once you're done with character creation, the game doesn't waste much time getting you started. You are thrown into things fairly quickly, but it's still very beginner friendly thanks to tutorial pop-ups that explain the most important mechanics. And if you've played farming sims before, everything will feel pretty familiar right away. At its core, Fields of Mistria plays like a classic farming sim. You'll be cultivating crops, raising animals, mining, fishing, and exploring. On top of that, you can dig up artifacts, catch bugs, craft items, and decorate your farm and home. As you play, you'll also be increasing Mistria's renown, which you do by selling your goods and helping out the villagers. As you do that, you're rewarded with new furniture, clothing options, and of course, money. You also get access to magic, which can help make certain tasks easier. Right now, the magic system isn't very deep. There are only a few spells available, but it already feels useful and it's easy to imagine this being expanded on later. Where the game really stands out is its quality of life features. While the game saves automatically at the end of each day, you can also save manually through your at-home diary. Shops are usable even if their owners aren't present, and quests never expire. If you drop items on the ground, they'll stay exactly where you left them. You can also tweak the day length or turn off penalties for passing out in the mines, which makes the whole experience much more relaxed if you want it to be. If fishing in games like Stardew Valley stresses you out, you might actually enjoy Mistria's approach more. It's not skill-based and it's similar to the one in Animal Crossing. Since the early access launch, the game has also added some automation features, like sprinklers and autopetters, which help reduce daily chores and make farm management feel smoother. Another big part of Fields of Mistria is building relationships with the villagers. Like in most farming sims, you do that by talking to them daily and giving them gifts. What's really nice here is the gossip system, which lets you learn about villagers' gift preferences naturally, without having to rely on trial and error or dig through a wiki. It feels much more organic and it's a great quality of life feature. One of my favorite things about the game though, and probably for a lot of players, is the dialogue. There's a lot of it and it's fun to read. Even if you talk to every Mistrian multiple times a day, more often than not you'll run into new lines. You can also listen in on the villagers chatting with each other around town, which gives you insight into their relationships and makes them feel more like real people rather than just NPCs. Most characters are friendly and welcoming, and there's very little conflict right now. That gives the game a very idyllic vibe, which is great if you're looking for something cozy and comforting, though it might feel a bit too peaceful if you prefer more drama in your social sims. Currently, you can raise the villagers' affection up to 8 hearts, but only romanceable characters have heart events. It hasn't been confirmed yet whether non-romanceable villagers will get their own events in the future. Now let's talk romance. After all, no farming sim would be complete without it. The game features 12 romanceable characters. You can start dating them once you reach 8 hearts, but marriage and children aren't implemented yet. If you usually struggle to pick just one romantic interest, you'll be happy to hear that you can date everyone at the same time, though you'll eventually have to choose only one when marriage becomes available. Dating itself is also a proper system. Each week you can ask up to 2 characters out on dates. There are a few different locations to choose from, and for now, dates play out as short cutscenes that end with a commemorative photo. So it's not very complex, but it's still a really nice addition. Overall, the game offers around 50 plus hours of gameplay, and that can easily stretch even further depending on how fast or slow you like to play. While the core systems feel polished, not everything is fully finished or implemented yet. For example, the storylines aren't complete and the mines currently go down to level 80. In terms of performance, the game is quite stable for an early access title. I haven't run into any game-breaking bugs, and I've been playing since day one. I did experience a few crashes though, and I've seen other players mention similar issues. That said, the game feels surprisingly polished. It also supports controllers and runs well on the Steam Deck, which is a nice bonus. Another important thing to mention is how consistent and reliable the developers and PC Studio have been throughout development. They don't overpromise, and they actively listen to community feedback. Several quality of life features requested by players have already been added, like trees and farm buildings becoming translucent when your character walks behind them. It's clear they care a lot about the game and its community, and it doesn't feel like a project that's going to be abandoned, which is always reassuring with early access games. Now that we've covered what's already in the game, let's talk about what's coming next. According to the current roadmap, there's another major update planned for early 2026. This one will unlock the final mines biome and a secret bachelorette. It will also add new systems like apiaries, terrariums, and item processors. After that, it will finally be time for the 1.0 release. With that major update, also slated for 2026, the NPC hard cap will be raised to 10 hearts. We're getting marriage and children, new quests, and many other additions. More importantly, this is when the game and its storylines will be fully completable, exactly the way the devs originally envisioned. So is Fields of Mistria worth playing right now? As of January 2026, Fields of Mistria is already pretty solid. Most of what's still missing falls on the endgame side of things. With that in mind, if you enjoy farming sims and you are looking for a distinctive alternative to Stardew Valley, something more dialogue heavy, with a strong focus on characters and customization, Fields of Mistria is absolutely worth checking out, even in early access. On the other hand, if you prefer to move quickly through games or tend to get discouraged by unfinished or locked features, waiting a little longer might be the better option. For example, until the next major update. That should give you enough content to enjoy while we all wait for the full release. That's it for today. Let me know in the comments whether you're planning to play now or wait. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!